There was a train show in Dayton, Ohio last weekend, and it may have been the biggest one that I've ever attended. Two large buildings were filled with layouts and trains for sale. It was a 45-minute drive for me, but it was a sunny day and completely worth it. A fellow YouTube creator, Chicagoland Railroader, inspired me with the deals he had found at train shows, and he also rekindled my interest in Amtrak. So this first bargain is dedicated to him. He's especially good at combining moody lighting with interesting camera angles and sound effects to tell stories from his own layout. This is the powered A unit, which is in much rougher shape than the dummy unit I just showed. The dummy unit will look really good after a simple cleaning, but this motorized piece has had a much harder life. The roof is coated in something that may or may not wash off. It might even need a new coat of satin black paint, but it has bigger problems than the roof. A large piece of plastic is missing from the rear. The shell cannot even be attached to the frame right now. And what I thought was an aftermarket reversing board turned out to be the original. It's just not attached anymore, which is related to the missing lower part that's supposed to be underneath the frame between the two wheel assemblies. I have plenty of sheet plastic to fix the rear and to make a new bottom piece. Mounting the circuit board to the frame will also be a pretty quick fix. I'd like to retain as much of the shell's originality as possible. Amtrak is one of my favorite road names, and I've always liked these little Alco diesels from Lionel too. Any repainting should be limited to that rear door area, and possibly the roof. Everything else looks pretty good. So here's the good part. I'd guess this pair has been to a few other train shows before ending up in Dayton. These were in a box when I found them, and I ended up paying $35 for the two of them together. Not bad. One of my favorite movies is Kelly's Heroes, and I've always wanted to have a tiger tank on my layout painted to look like the one in the film. That might finally happen since I found this sealed model kit from Lindbergh. It's in 1/48th scale, just like Lionel trains, so I think this should look pretty awesome riding on top of a flat car someday. I've had my eye out for a Lionel Rico station, but I didn't want to put together an unassembled kit or pay too much for a used one that someone else had built. This one is mostly complete and put together fairly well. It's pretty big, probably too big for my small layout, but it has a faintly European look, so I may use it as a backdrop in photos for future train or diecast videos. A big part of the fun of going to train shows for me is being able to negotiate with the sellers. This guy and myself, we danced around each other on a price until we finally agreed on an amount. It's not what I wanted to pay, it's not what he wanted to sell it for, but it worked out well. It's all good-natured, and I think we were both somewhat fairly satisfied with the outcome. I think that's the sign of a good deal. If you like train shows and you like bargains, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Bob's Workshop. Take care.